Okay, we are here with Donna Driscoll, who leads casting for Love is Blind, the iconic Netflix show. I'm sure if you haven't seen it, you've heard about it. Donna, thanks for chatting with us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here and to be talking about Love is Blind in Boston.
Yeah, so the whole reason that Donna is here is because Love is Blind is coming to Boston. You guys have been all over the country at this point, Seattle, Charlotte, North Carolina. Why is Boston your next stop?
Well, Boston, we wanted to do an iconic East Coast city for sure. And I feel like, I married a man from Boston. So I know that good people come from Boston. And I also know that like dating has been proven to be difficult in Boston for a lot of the singles that we've spoken to. So we're excited to take it on. And are you speaking from you were just
Not
nodding?
from personal experience, but my girlfriends are like done with the apps. So maybe they will be applying because they are not loving the apps in Boston.
Yes, I mean, the apps I feel like are difficult for a lot of people, and to be honest, that is one of the main reasons why the creator of the show, Chris Colin, came up with this amazing idea for an experiment.
And for people that are watching that might not know what Love is Blind is, can you give us like a brief synopsis?
Absolutely. So, Love is Blind is an experiment done in the pods. So pods are these little cozy areas where the men will sit on one side, the women will sit on the other, and then there is a wall essentially
The
between
screen.
them, yeah, a screen, and they're able to talk to each other, ask each other any question they want. First of all, speed dating happens, then we narrow it down a little bit based on everybody's favorites or who they'd like to see next. And then that continues until we get down to proposals. And so I know it's hard to believe, but the experiment works. And people at the end of that 10 days of like spending a lot of time getting to know one another do fall in love. And so they have an opportunity to get engaged. And those engaged couples then go on a honeymoon, but it's more like a one-on-one time in like a really beautiful location so that they can really figure out if the physical attraction is same as the emotional connection that they created inside the pods. And then from there, they live together while they plan their wedding. And at the very end of it all, they get onto the altar and say yes or no to a future moving forward.
And as someone who has watched a lot of reality TV dating shows, a lot of other shows pull from all across the country. So you're meeting people that might live in California when you live in Boston. But something really unique about Love is Blind is that you go kind of city to city. Do you think that has helped your success rate in having more couples actually make it to the altar, get married, and stay together long term?
Yeah, so we'll just back up a little bit for 1 second, just because I think that it's really important to just like make the distinction that Love is Blind is is very different than a dating show, only because we're talking about forever. This marriage is at the end of this, so we would like to call it a relationship show.
Sure.
And the people that we're always looking for are marriage-minded individuals, whereas dating shows, sometimes you won't find that, or and it's even happened with Love is Blind. People fully don't understand that the experiment is serious and that it works. And it takes a lot of courage and bravery to take it on. So yes, just want to put that out there first and foremost. But the reason why we cast out of the same city is because I also do a show that has been on for we've cast several seasons, almost 20 seasons of Married at First Sight. And
Mhm.
so at Married at First Sight, we also do local casting, and we do it because if you've ever been in a serious relationship or married or anything like that, you can see how the people around you can rally around you if you're going through a tough spot in your relationship, a tough moment in your life. And we felt like it's even better that when these people do fall in love, that they don't have to uproot their entire life and their entire support system to be together. You don't have to make the choice between the two. And so, yes, I do think that it does having people cast from the same kind of radius and the area is helpful. And I think that it has given us a lot of success throughout the seasons because we still do have we have 9 couples that are still married from the experiment, and we're just now casting. We've only had 6 um, seasons air, and we have 2 babies out of the experiment too.
So crazy.
It is, because you think about it, if like, those stars wouldn't have aligned and those people weren't placed in the pods at the same exact time, that they never would have found each other. So with that being said, our casting team, we have a great responsibility to do the best job possible. So um, another reason why I think being in Boston is going to be really good for us is because I feel like there's a lot of authenticity here.
So true. Boston
And
is very like genuine, kind of blue collar, like just good people are here. And that kind of leads into my next question, if you don't mind, of this show's gotten so big, so,
Mhm.
so big. And I would imagine it's hard for you as someone in casting to make sure you're casting people that aren't just there for the fame,
Mhm.
rather people that really want to participate in the experiment. I think Boston's a great place to find that, but
Mhm.
maybe other cities, you would find more people that are there for the TV time.
Yes. I can't say that we've ever had a person give us a red flag like that during the casting process.
Mhm.
I would never knowingly put a villain or
Right.
somebody who wants to be on television into the pods. Our casting steps are so lengthy and so intense that it's very difficult to make it to the other side. I think once they get there and they realize, "Oh my gosh, like they weren't kidding. This is very serious and this does require a level of commitment. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness." Um, then maybe the experiment can bring out the best or the worst in people. It's that intense. It's just like what happens to a diamond under pressure. It's like that is yeah. So what we do on our end to prevent people from moving forward is, there's no actors, models,
Mhm.
influencers. We also have a cutoff on the amount of followers because we don't want people who are, you know, more concerned about the platform than they are about finding the love of your life. And so the casting team always has the directive, like, we're casting people that we would want to see at the end of the aisle,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah, and what are you looking for then? Like,
That's a
people
great
that are watching this in
question.
Boston, what
Yes.
are you looking for? That would make someone be like, "Okay, I think this is for me." Especially, like I said, some of my girlfriends, they they need a revamp when it
Yes.
comes to
Yes.
maybe dating in their 20s.
Well, this will definitely infuse some excitement into your dating life if you were to choose to apply. What we are looking for is we're looking for people who are single and marriage minded. So, uh, if you're on the dating apps and you're just, you're swiping and you're going on dates, but you're not really like looking for the one, this probably isn't for you. What we really want are people who are marriage minded. They have everything in their life going for them, with the exception of finding their forever partner. People who are authentic, people who understand or at least inform themselves of what the experiment is prior to applying. That would be really, really helpful too. Because I think there's a big misconception with reality or unscripted relationship shows, dating shows, even docuseries, is people do make the assumption that Love is Blind is scripted. We do not tell anybody what to do, what to say. When they want to go home, they go home. They are there, and we are just there to observe. That is, cameras back. We're watching the love story unfold. We're watching all the stories unfold. We're watching the love connections happening. And ultimately, we want to watch a yes at the altar.
And just out of curiosity, how many people do you think submit a casting application, reach out to you guys, and then you dwindle it down to, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, about 20, and then not even everyone then forms a couple. So it just gets smaller and smaller and smaller.
Mhm. So what happens is there's initially 30 people that go into the pod, so 15
Okay.
men and 15 women. Speed dating takes place, and then they we have a formula of everybody kind of lists their people who they want to talk to
Mhm.
again, or who they got really excited about or felt a connection with, and then that does dwindle down. Um, but at the end of the day, we have we got a really favorable response in Boston. And we never really fully know if we're going somewhere until we know that we have the cast. So we are looking for the best cast possible. If we find the best cast possible, we should be in Boston at some point in 2025. And basically, I think the main thing about the numbers is that when we put the flyer up for New England, we got a major response, and that's also why I'm talking to you today, because I feel like the city is really, really excited. And I felt like that was just confirmation that Love is Blind should be here and we should be here right now. So we're all very excited.
When you say major response, I guess I just don't know like what is considered a major response for a show like that. Is that 1 million people? Is that 100,000? Is that 10,000?
It's thousands of people,
Wow,
thousands.
okay.
Yeah. So, and that was within the first 2 days of making the announcement. And it's great to have a response like that, because we don't always have a response like that in certain towns, because I think I feel like people are curious
Right.
about Love is Blind in certain cities. And then there's other cities where we find out that we have a huge fan base and that it's good timing. People want to be involved. It's summer here right
Mhm.
now, which everybody's out and like having fun and dating and going to the beach and having fun. And so I think around the timing for us is good because everybody's out and about and they're like really focused on finding someone, hopefully. At least that's what it feels like to us.
Yeah, thousands of responses in 2 days. I mean, that says a lot. And so you guys will decide officially to come to Boston if you get that cast of 30 that you're looking for.
Yeah, that we feel really good about. That represents the city too. And I think too, there's a lot of people who think, oh, I will never get chosen. They'll never call me. And I feel like I just want to encourage people that you never know unless you try. And, if it's something that you are brave enough to take on and that makes you excited and that you're hopeful that you will find the love of your life, then go to libcasting.com and fill out an application, because the team is going through every application every single day. We read every single application.
And that was my last question. You said labcasting.com? LIB.
libcasting.com for loveisblindcasting.com. So
Oh my
libcasting.com.
gosh. I can't wait to see someone I know on.
You might. And also I think that something that we haven't done before that we are going to be doing for Boston, that we'll be rolling out the announcement for in the coming weeks, is we're going to be doing a virtual casting call, like an open casting call
Okay.
over Zoom. And so what that'll entail is I'll be there with one of the other casting producers and one of our casting associates, and everybody's welcome to come on that Zoom, and we'll have a talk about the experiment and get to know you a little bit, and then point you in the right direction if you're moving forward.
So if you're interested, there's no excuse not to give it a shot.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Donna, so much. 2025, right? So that's why I need to be ready with my popcorn at my television.
That's the goal. That's the
Okay.
goal. We'll see. We'll
Okay.
see.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to it. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. Thank you.